press conference, post-fight conference, he never even said my son name, never agreed to it, none of that shit. So again, and even if he did, just like I said, if Eddie said the next fight was going to be September. So we looking at like, okay, my son still has his own career to manage, his own career to do. So he made that offer. The offer came for June. We said, yeah, we'll fight you in June. No problem. So what's the issue with that? What's the issue with going to make that money? And it's great. It's money. It's experience.
Essentially, you didn't want to wait, right?
My phone go out. Hello?
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm asking. So essentially, you didn't want to wait. You want to get a fight in.
No. We don't want to wait till December. No, we don't want to do that. No, that don't make sense. My son still has a career. Listen. Also, just like when the shit got postponed before, fights fall out, things happen in training camps. So much shit happened in the fight game. I said on Mill City, I said, look, we want Booth's next, but we want to be his next fight, but he may not be our next fight. I said that. I said we want to be his next fight. He may not be our next fight because we trying to fight soon. He got 33. He got
like 2 weeks after each other, right? So
right.
It makes sense to just hop into
No. He said September. We trying to go faster than that. We trying to go faster than that.
Okay, so yeah, I was asking, so you didn't want to wait, and so my rebuttal.
We don't want to wait. Now look. So wait. You see before
4 weeks.
So listen. So you see right. You said wait for 4 weeks. You just said wait for 4 weeks. What'd you say?
No, I said essentially you're telling me that you didn't want to wait. I respect that. It's your career. Y'all got to do your thing, right? But what if he doesn't want to wait the 4 weeks? Like you're saying, not to.
He don't want to wait 4 weeks. Wait. He don't want to. So what if he don't? So you asking me what if he don't want to wait 4 weeks to discuss a fight that'll get made? That's gonna get made at the end of the year.
Yes. What if he wants to lock his next situation in?
If he want to lock his next situation in and gonna have it at the end of the year, then I can't do nothing about it. Fuck all that. I'm not gonna get into that semantics bullshit. That's on him. That's fine. I told him before this Stanionis fight, he had a next opponent. I told his daddy, then I said, bro, you got a next fight. Wait a minute. I asked him to wait on us to make the fight in the end of at the beginning of June, the end of May. I said that publicly. I said that. I said it on my story on Instagram. I said, you got to fight. He came up with a tremendous fight against Stanionis, that tremendous opportunity. I ain't going to say tremendous fight. He came up with a tremendous opportunity against Stanionis. I publicly said, oh, no, I can't hate on that one. That's a good one. Like, you can't hate on unification bout, blah, 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 shit. I ain't got nothing to say. Simple as that. But if you don't want to wait 4 weeks to discuss what the fuck he gonna do at the end of the year, but he want to go on vacation and say he want to spend time with his family, spend time with his whatever the fuck, and do that, and he don't want to wait 4 weeks to discuss the negotiations, because we already said we'll fight him. So if you talking about lock it down, we said we'll fight him. So we can't discuss the negotiation.
We'll fight him, but until you actually discuss the terms, what you said.
That's what I'm saying to you. So listen. The terms gonna get made. That's gonna come to it.
Yeah, but
Neil, know. Wait. You know, pretty.
You said you would fight him last time, but the terms wasn't to your liking. That's business.
So watch this. That's what I was about to say. I was about to say. You know more than anybody. You know more than anybody that we tried to make that motherfucking fight happen. You know what happened. You know what came up. You know everything else. Okay, we know that. We ain't gonna get blindsided about nothing else. That fight gonna happen. No matter what, it's gonna happen. Based on principle alone, the fight is gonna fucking happen. So, I mean, I don't even know what we talking about. If the man don't want to wait 4 fucking weeks, then go on by this motherfucker. But we ain't living for him. We're not fighting for him.
Tio? Isn't the Boost and Tio fight made?
Man, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know nothing about that shit. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We said we want to fight the man. We said we'll fight him next. If he don't want to wait for 4 weeks to discuss wait, listen, if you don't want to discuss the terms and negotiation and agreements of what a fight gonna be, the venue and everything else for the end of the fucking year, he don't want to wait 4 weeks for that, then I don't know what the fuck. If y'all believe that, then I don't know what to tell you.
I got a question. You talked about the venue. Is the money to your liking? Because I know that was a point of contention last time.
Yeah. They didn't come with. I don't think they came with money this time. No money was offered yet, but we good. We good on the money. We good because they know what we talking about. So we good on that. We should be fine on that. They know what's up. Yeah.
Chris.
Again, like I said, look, Bill, when I first got on here, I said, but it's like a 10-minute conversation. We say we want to fight it, we're gonna discuss the terms later. That was I said it when I got on here. Didn't I say this shit, Jorge? I said it's like a 10-minute fucking conversation. What are we talking about? What are we arguing about? This ain't nothing to talk about. We said we want to fight the nigga next. He want that smoke, he don't get that smoke. Simple. We
Chris,
said we'll go to Philly. We said we'll go to Philly. We agreed on all of that publicly. We said that publicly.
Chris, thank you for the $5. Shout out to Coach. If my son had to fight Boots, my belt would be for sale, but not on sale.
I don't know what that means. You say if your son had to fight, say it again?
If your son had to fight Boots, and my son
Basically,
had
you're
a
not doing
belt,
it for cheap.
yeah, he's not doing it for cheap. You're not fighting Boots for cheap
I
money.
mean that we gonna get what we ain't worried about none of that. We gonna make some shake. We ain't worried about that. We gonna make it happen. Business is business. They know what it is. Business is business. They know what it is. They know how we coming or whatever. Again, I'm hopeful of this. This is me in negotiation, and I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm hopeful that my son can look phenomenal. I'm hopeful that we can talk to Bob and maybe possibly get them to do a co-promotion. That's what I'm hopeful of. Has anybody said that to me? No. Have I heard anything about any of that? No. That's just what I'm hopeful of. My son don't know. This is me. It's just me talking. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm hopeful of. You feel me? So, but that is what it is. But like I said, shit changes after every fight immediately. Said if I can't get these unifications, then we'll see if we can work that out. Then they made a offer as far as financially after Boots fight.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely. Because we didn't even get locked in. When we got locked in, we chose to leave here and come up here May the 4th. We left like within a week or so, about a week and a half of the time we signed the contract.
Okay. Jab Queen Boxing, thank you for the $5. How quickly do you plan to make a fight with Boots after the fight coming up?
I was thinking September. I was doing the math in my head. Again, we got to speak on my son. We got to speak to my son about some of these specifics. You know what I'm saying? Because he is his own man now. He do his own thing. He make his own decisions. But if you asking me, I was thinking in my brain September. You know what I'm saying? But Eddie Hearn is talking November, October, December. I'm looking like that's a bit far out, motherfucker. We trying to fight. You feel what I'm saying? So this will be my son's second fight of the year in June. We trying to get it cracking. My son was supposed to fight 5 times last year. He only fought twice. You know what I'm saying? He's 24 years old, bro. People keep forgetting how young he is. He's 24. People forgetting he still got his career to live. Like you got, you know what I'm saying, the Abdullah Masons and the people, they still fighting fucking, 6 times a year, 5 times a year. We getting shorted from that because he won a world title. So as a world title holder, they don't really fight that much. They fight like three times a year max, really. You know what I'm saying? But we really don't want to fall in that realm of things. We want to be able to, that's why we like taking this opportunity if we can get it with Eddie Hearn or whatever outside or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? If Top Rank don't want to give us, 4 fights a year, which they probably won't. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, he got minimums. His minimums are not low. You know what I'm saying? Like people, I don't know why people. I don't know why people. It's crazy how my son's is the only fight. I can't think of no other fighter than you, and I don't think you can. I know you can't. There's no other fighter you can think of that they concerned about the money that fighter is making. No other fighter.
Say it one more time.
The only other fight I heard anything close to it was Floyd Schofield when it came about that 2.5 million he asked for Abdul. Other than that, I haven't heard them talk about no other fighters' money. Have you? I mean, consistently. I haven't heard him talk consistently about what we made, what he made, and I keep telling, like, even the numbers they made, he made more than double the number that he made, and that shit is on Google. If you Google that, they wrong about that. He made more than they got on Google. You can Google the amount he made his last fight, and you'll see the amount they got on Google is less than he actually made.
I know one thing. If people feel like someone's ducking, they're gonna be pocket watching until they see that step up that they're gonna do or take the fight itself. No matter what, it's always like that. Because the
I
step up. Like, look, we had yesterday.
Name somebody that they talk about their money so as much as they talk about our money. Name somebody they talk about how much they made their last fight.
So when Frank Martin, right, was gonna fight
You went back
Shakur
3.
Stevens.
You went back 3 years
Bro, you're
ago.
asking me a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Shakur Stevenson, he got offered $1 million, right? Then Shakur went out public. Then you ducking. No, he ain't ducking because he got paid more for what? Tank
Tank.
Davis.
Right.
So what were they doing? They were making sure that, hey,
Right.
double checking to say, hey, are you ducking? No, you wasn't.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
say he fucked around and fought somebody else for less
Right.
money.
Okay. Okay. So check it out.
Check this out. Check this out. Ready?
Yeah.
You fighting Jen Sasaki for less money than Jaron Ennis, right?
Again, go ahead.
Right. So
Go ahead.
people gonna question. They're gonna pocket watch to the max on YouTube for sure.
Well, I definitely said now you talking about old negotiations. I already been over the old negotiations. I told you if that was the biggest fight in boxing, I told you what that was about. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jen Sasaki ain't the biggest fight, not the biggest fight in boxing. I'm sorry, biggest fight at the welterweight division. Jen Sasaki is not the biggest fight at the welterweight division. Jen Sasaki is nowhere near the top of the biggest fight at the welterweight division, but it's definitely a pretty penny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You going to Japan, of course you're gonna get money like crazy money.
Absolutely,
Why would you go over there?
Absolutely. You got Angelo Leo finna go I think May the 24th. You got Stephen Fulton win. He didn't get all these great. I mean, look, this shit is crazy. The playing field, look, I love it though. Like I came on here and said it a million times, I love it. When we get to where we going and when we knock these motherfucking blocks off the way we knock them off, because Boo's going to sleep. Hear what I'm telling you. That nigga, if nobody else going to sleep, that nigga going to sleep.